Joining us now with stories trending around the world is the one and only OjyOkpe, who has been spreading joy in the studio this morning.
I get it, especially
joy is coming.
Is the pink? Some people know what Kilo Shelle.
2026 is full of peace.
Good morning for you. I am following them. We have a lot of stories. We have very, very good, important stories. Okay, all right. Ruby on fire. Okay, let's begin. What's trending? Good morning to you all.
Yeah, your festival is over.
It's over.
Before you get sanctioned by the palace of the...
Well, all right. Well, good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin. What's trending? Shock and relief has swept across social media following confirmation that British-Nigerian boxing champion Anthony Joshua was involved in a deadly car crash on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway on Monday. The governments of Ogun and Lagos States confirmed the incident in a joint statement hours after the incident occurred, revealing that 2 people died when the vehicle conveying Joshua and 3 others collided with a stationary truck. Well, here's the moment Anthony Joshua was rescued from the damaged vehicle.
Now Joshua, Anthony Joshua,
just enter motor less, yeah? May them take you out of here.
Oh, this was so painful to watch, really. Well, the governor of Ogun State, Dapo Abiodun, in a post on X, confirmed the identity of the 2 people killed in the crash as Joshua's close friends and colleagues, Latif Ayodele, Joshua's personal trainer, and Sina, his strength and conditioning coach. The governor expressed his condolences to the families and friends of the deceased. Their passing was made more tragic as videos circulated online showing them with Joshua landing in Lagos just hours before the crash. Let's take a look.
I'll show you the streets of Nigeria. Sina, the first Iranian ever to step foot in Nigeria.
Hey. 2 times this year as well, that's crazy. April, December.
I'm gonna recruit Sina now, bro.
It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
May your souls rest in peace. Well, online reactions have been divided, with some questioning why Joshua was traveling by road on one of Nigeria's most dangerous highways. Others blamed the presence of broken down trucks on the expressway while criticizing the emergency response. And I'll take this post on X by General Snow, who wrote, "No matter how rich you are, individually as a Nigerian, we're all collectively poor, very poor. You only realize this during emergencies. A fire breaks out and there's no fire service. An accident happens and there's no first aid, no ambulance, no system. Today, a world boxing champion like Anthony Joshua was involved in a car accident and not a single ambulance showed up. Someone that rich and globally known, people only gathered around him like it was a carnival. No safety measures, no trained response, just chaos. An accident that claimed 2 lives, though. Last month, an aide to a sitting governor was stabbed at the political event. Somebody lifted him on his shoulder. Such a gory sight. Still no ambulance, not even for a governor's aide. That is real poverty. In Nigeria, money does not save you in a crisis. Influence does not protect you. When it matters most, everyone is poor. To the rich and influential Nigeria who thinks demanding a better country is for the poor masses, one day you'll understand. In an emergency, you are just as poor as the rest of us. Nigeria is poor, poor, poor. R.I.P. to the dead, and wishing Anthony Joshua a quick recovery. And you can hear the frustration from that ex-user, because we did see that the only thing that was happening there were people videoing at the moment Anthony Joshua and his friends died. People were even sharing gory footage of his friends' bodies lying lifeless on the floor. No ambulance. Really, really a sad situation. I mean, I would have thought that, in such a highway, there'll be, these sort of emergency response, which we have even heard that there are emergency response on, that particular Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. But I'll take this response from the Federal Road Safety Corps. They, blamed excessive speed and wrongful overtaking of the fatal crash. Well, in a statement posted on X, FRSC spokesman Ogun stated that the Lexus Jeep conveying Joshua and 4 others was traveling beyond the legal speed limit when it lost control during an overtaking maneuver near Shagamu. The vehicle then crashed into a stationary truck parked by the roadside. The statement further revealed that FRSC operatives arrived at the scene within 3 minutes and evacuated the injured boxer to a medical facility, while the bodies of the 2 deceased were taken to a morgue in Shagamu, and that is the vehicle. So this is, a drawing that has been circulating on social media to show how, the crash occurred. As you can see, that was the Lexus, and the 2 passengers and one of Joshua's colleague who was sitting by his side is highlighted in that red angle there, and that's how, they crashed in that, really fatal accident. And I'll take President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's response. Well, Tinubu said that he has spoken with Anthony Joshua by phone following the fatal accident. In a statement released on Monday, the president's special advisor on information, Bayo Onanuga, said Tinubu personally conveyed his condolences to Joshua over the death of his 2 associates. The president also spoke with Joshua's mother and Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun, who assured him the boxer is receiving the best possible care. In his conversation with Joshua, President Tinubu praised the former heavyweight champion's courage and unwavering love for Nigeria, describing him as a source of national pride. He prayed for Joshua's speedy recovery and for the repose of the souls of the departed. Again, may their souls rest in peace. I mean, this was such a miracle for Anthony Joshua. Can you imagine what we would have been talking about this morning, Ayo? Let me start with you, Rufai.
Very sad, DLG. I mean, there's no way you're able to process it. And it's even more painful for me, and I feel particularly the pain because, 29th of December is a day that I suffered a huge loss. I lost my mom many years ago on that same day, so...
Yeah, so
and when I saw that story come out of that time, I thought it was something maybe people would be saved. But no. 2 of them died. Their body... in a very terrible shape, and please, people should stop sharing those videos.
Terrible videos.
It's not a good one to share, because it's not also good on the mental health of even Anthony Joshua himself. I was just going through the Instagram handle of Sina Evolve. He owns a gym called Evolve Gym, and I saw when he started working with Anthony Joshua, I think around 2017. These people are not just people that work with him; they've become brothers. This is the second time they were coming to Nigeria this year, and this happened. So please, I beg you, I know it's already out there, but let's just stop sharing that video because it will live constantly in his memory. Second, like I said before, he needs a psychologist because there's something called the survivor's guilt.
Yes.
Because he'll keep wondering, I came to Nigeria with my friends, I'm going back alive. What will I tell their family? What will I tell their loved ones? People will say all sorts. And let's also... be cautious to care for him at this point, because wait till he gets back to the UK and now hear what the British press will say. And the world press. You can't imagine how they're going to spin it.
Yes.
In fact, they have started spinning it yesterday. And some of the arguments they made, yes, although valid, but you also know that it's condescending. Arguments like, why should it even be the police car to take him? Where's the emergency response? It's an ambulance that should take him. Because you see, in such a state, you don't know, something might have been damaged. It was not the, you don't even know.
And you had to sit down.
So you don't have to carry him like that.
Yeah.
So what's the emergency like?
Yes.
Secondly, the conversation about even stationary vehicles on that, it's not today. I apply that road a lot. It's not today you have stationary vehicles on that road. It's something constant. Thirdly, yes, it's been moved to a hospital in Lagos. Let's see how his recovery is, but it's sad that Anthony Joshua will start the year on a very bad note, 2026.
Absolutely.
But I know a champion that he is, it will bounce back. But please, I beg, can we use this Anthony Joshua's incident to fix all the things we need to fix on that road? Can we fix the problem of an emergency response? Let's not just allow Sina and Ayodele die in vain. Can we at least have a quick response team that we can have on that road? Can we settle the issue of the trucks once and for all? Can we please?
All right. Well, the producer is asking us to move to the next story, but I know that this is such a big story, so I'll have you guys just a minute each and then we'll take a big story.
It's sad news, and our commiserations with all the family members who are grieving the loss of their two sons at this point. But it also helps us to reevaluate. I think for me, the biggest takeaway would be, what could we have done better? Yes, the initial response by FRSC is that it was caused by overspeeding. And if you see the truck and the fact that it was stationary, they were probably trying to overtake. We see this a lot on our roads. You want to overtake, there's traffic, you're trying to meet a deadline or get to a venue very quick. And there's something they say, arrive alive. So for those who are, speeding on the streets. But I also think there should be stiffer penalties for those who flout road rules, road regulations. And even a re-education consistently for road users, because it's not just a danger to the passengers themselves. Sometimes just commuters or pedestrians are hit in the process as well. But thank you to Anthony Joshua for flying the Nigerian flag proudly, consistently, especially from Ogun State. We all know he's from Ogun State. His governor has come out to speak about this, and I'm very glad that the president, even though he's on holiday, took out time to call his family members as a show of solidarity. And this is just to say that this will hopefully make us better in this regard, rather than just to apportion blame.
Yeah, well, FRSC said that they arrived at the scene within 3 minutes.
Eyewitness report
so
said
that also
was
a good thing, Dr. Abati, but I'm not happy with the emergency
points
response.
are very clear.
Yes.
President Tinubu says this casts a shadow, a poor shadow on the season. If you look at the persons involved in the incident, Ayodele and Sina, they are also Nigerians. Anthony Joshua, they are also Nigerians. These are young men who have come home after that success in the December 19 bout against Jake Paul. They've come home to Nigeria to come and celebrate and relax. And then this incident has happened. It is indeed a shadow on the season. Dirty December, they call it. Many other young Nigerians will be discouraged next year. They will say, oh, the roads in Nigeria are like, a route waiting for sacrifice for Ogun, as Professor Wole Soyinka wrote in his play, The Road.
All right.
Number two, the FRSC says this is as a result of excessive speeding and overtaking. That was reckless driving. Now, speed limits, we've talked about it all along. In other countries of the world, you even see the speed limit conspicuously. But even if you have it here in Nigeria, all these drivers that we employ, they try to impress VIP by overspeeding and all that. And the lesson here also is that you should also be vigilant. You may be the big man, but some of these drivers, I don't think they place much value on their personal lives. And when they drive recklessly, it becomes an issue. Three, trucks, abandoned trucks, stationary trucks. We see many of them, particularly along that Shagamu route from Makun all the way to Gireremo and all that. The authorities should also make sure that if your vehicle breaks down, you don't leave it there permanently and turn it into a threat to other people. That's and now FRSC says it's overspeeding and all that. Okay, they jump into that conclusion. can they even do proper investigation and not just look for the easiest logic?
Yeah.
They said they arrived within 3 minutes. It was excessive speeding. So did they do the investigation within 3 minutes to jump to the conclusion that they have arrived at? Yeah. What if the driver? What if it was a case of drunk driving? Yeah. What if it was another thing? But it's a disheartening incident that 2 persons, Nigerians, have lost their lives, and the man we celebrate as an icon in Nigeria, not just for Nigeria but also for Britain, came home, 30 December they call it, and this has happened. Yes. This is sad. Really, but I like the way everyone has rallied around, from Atiku to Mr. Peter Obi to Senator Amosun to Governor of Lagos, Governor of Ogun State, to Bukola Olokpade, who even went personally to the hospital.
Yes, that was huge respect.
It's very sad. Right. It's supposed to be a happy season.
All right.
This has put a damper on it.
Yeah, on the 29th of December. Well, we want to thank the people that were involved in the rescue efforts, the FRSC. I believe they said the DSS was there as well. And all those, community members who tried to help. And not the people that were videoing and not helping. Well, I pray again for the repose of Anthony Joshua's friend's soul, and pray for quick recovery for our heavyweight champion, Anthony Joshua. Now to Kwara State, where a video showing a group of men attacking women who were protesting near the state government's house in Ilorin has sparked outrage online. The women were protesting against the constant bandit attacks and kidnappings of their family members in the state, demanding government intervention before they were brutally flogged by the men. This video might be distressing to some viewers. Let's take a look. This was horrible. In a statement on Monday, Kwara State Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak condemned the attack on the women, stating that peacefully protesting is a democratic right and that the government seeks to distance itself from the incident as it does not represent the administration's values. I mean, this was, it's good to see that the governor has distanced himself from this particular incident, but it was just alarming to see where did those hoodlums, I call them hoodlums, obviously. Where did they come from? I mean, I'll take this one and I'll come to you, Ayo. Meanwhile, families of 5 construction workers kidnapped in Kwara State 2 weeks ago are pleading with Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak to intervene as bandits demand a 500 million naira ransom. The workers, including 2 staff from the State Ministry of Works, were abducted on December 15th at a government construction site in Ishin local government area. Speaking at a press conference in Ilorin on Monday, the family spokesperson said the kidnappers have refused to negotiate with them and are insisting the state government must handle the negotiations with emotions running high. Wives and children of the victims broke down in tears during the briefing, describing their ordeal as deeply traumatic, and you can understand why. The families are appealing for urgent government intervention, stronger security on construction sites, and welfare support as many households face hunger and uncertainty. This is so sad. 500 million.
Just
500 million.
Yes. So let me go back to the first story and just both stories side by side, because it's this thing they were protesting peacefully. Well, just asking for intervention based on the fact that people are being kidnapped kidnapped in Kwara State. They were not armed, the women. They were in tears. They were vulnerable. They didn't show, there was no show of force. They were not violent. They were appealing. Say, we are poor people and don't have anything. We tried our best. Please come to our rescue is what they were asking for. Nigeria is set up in such a way, when you look at it, to discriminate against the poor and vulnerable. Yet the Constitution provides for the protection of these vulnerable people in society.
Correct.
But it seems like we eat up the poor, we eat up the vulnerable, we don't protect them, we do a disservice to them. And that's what played out in the government house. So the question I want to ask this morning is, what were hoodlums doing in the government house? Was it that the security operatives could not prevent them from coming in? But how can I ask that question when security operatives, we see policemen in uniform watching as these men, hoodlums, harassed the women who had come to just plead with the government to have mercy on them because they don't have the resources to keep funding an industry that is, that hasn't been tagged as terrorists. And so whilst I am happy that the governor has spoken out, it's not enough, Oji. You cannot just distance yourself. Their faces are on the screen. They happen in government house.
In front of
they
the
can find
house.
those people. If he wants to demonstrate the seriousness of his speech, let us see some arrests.
Absolutely.
Let us see some prosecutions. Yeah. Let us see some people facing, Facebook. How did the hoodlums gain access to government house? The beggars believe that's supposed to be one of the safest parts in Ilorin, in Kwara State.
Yes.
How did they get access there? How did they operate and harass those women for a length of time without being accosted, arrested, or taken to the police station? Those are the questions we want to ask. And then finally, to the point around kidnapping, can we fix this problem? It's a pervasive problem around the country. We talked about last week, the government, the administration has tagged kidnapping as terrorism. So we hope that now that it has so been defined, we'll begin to see action in actually apprehending these kidnappers and not continue to fund an industry by paying of ransoms. Yes. We have to take them down, ensure that 2026 people can move around in Kwara State and its environs without the fear of being kidnapped and asked to pay sums of money that you've not seen in your entire generation. It's absolutely unfair.
We need more details on those hoodlums that were in front of the government house.
Yes.
Their faces are there, and that's why we thought it was important to highlight the video. And also, the kidnapped victims, their families, they're asking the government to come to their aid. I pray that their release will be speedy, and, we need more, really.
The only thing to add is that the right to protest.
Yes, that's what the governor said.
Constitutional right.
That's what the governor said.
Under Section 39 and Section 40 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic. So nobody should be beaten, either by hoodlums or by the police for protesting on any particular matter.
Well said. Now to politics. The war of words between Federal Capital Territory Minister Nyesom Wike and Oyo State Governor Makinde has intensified after Wike vehemently denied claims that he pledged to President Tinubu to sabotage the PDP ahead of the 2027 elections. While speaking during an end-of-year media chat in Port Harcourt on Monday, Wike described Governor Makinde's allegation as a blatant lie, calling it politically motivated. He accused Makinde of being frustrated over the rejection of a ministerial nominee from Oyo State and took a personal swipe at the governor, claiming that while he pursued power, Makinde chased contracts. Let's take a look.
The blatant lie. It is completely out of place for anybody to say that in that meeting, I said to Mr. President, I will hold PDP down for it. That's very unfair. Very, very unfair. Totally unfair. And you see, I have told everybody, frustration, if you can see, if you watch Makinde on that media, you can see frustration. I mean, you're a young man who have advised severally. Everything is not like being a contractor, Michelle. What do you think about being a contractor with the value? It can't be fair rules. It can't be fair. When you say that they don't come into politics, when you come into politics, and you see, they are very wrong, they have an ambition. But the ambition must be tailored according to the rules. Ambition, what is the ambition? Running for president or what? They don't even have the guts to tell them they want to run for president. Let me say that I tell anybody. But we know We are not kids.
Wike would always give us content as he was talking. Well, Wike also clarified that he remains a member of the PDP and cautioned politicians defecting to the APC, warning that defection will not guarantee them party tickets. And I'll take some response on social media. This is from Jamal of Port Harcourt. I mean, he compared Akpabio to Wike. He said, when the governor of his state defected to the APC, Akpabio, Nigeria's third citizen and Senate president, called a meeting and gave the governor the Akwa Ibom State APC structure in accordance with the APC constitution. Nyesom Wike believes he can always circumvent established regulations in Rivers State by claiming that the governor is not the state's APC leader. We intend to stay until the very end. Well, Big Fish wrote, Wike is more fixated on irrelevancies that I'm sure he must have forgotten that he is the minister of the FCT. He ought to be talking about his plans for the FCT and not who the leader of the APC is in River State or what's happening in Oyo State. Well, Joel wrote, when leaders prioritize personal disputes over public accountability, governance suffers. Media briefings should inform citizens, build trust, and drive transparency, not air internal squabbles that dilute focus from national progress. Well, meanwhile, former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi announced over the weekend that he will be on the ballot for president in the 2027 elections. Obi made the revelation while speaking during an X space where he also emphasized that while he will be running, he does not intend to be a running mate or vice president to anybody. The revelation comes as reports suggesting that Obi would officially join the African Democratic Congress Party on December 31st. In Enugu State began circulating online. I mean, now we know that Peter Obi will be running for president in 2027. I mean, he confirmed it at that, during that X space conversation. And he also said, he asked the people, well, why do you think that I've been traveling around? Do you think I'm traveling around because I want to become a vice president to somebody? So he really is on the ballot. Now your take, Dr. Bati? Really quickly, before we take milestone.
Within the prerogative of Mr. Peter Obi,
yes,
to say that he will run for the presidency of Nigeria. Mm-hmm. It is his right.
Yeah.
And it's not an unknown quantity in Nigerian politics. He has been there as vice presidential candidate on the platform of the PDP, as a presidential candidate of the Labour Party, and he has been, as he says, everywhere, selling his candidacy. So he's a very known, personality in Nigerian politics. The question, however, is that which platform is he going to use? He's associated with Labour Party. He's associated with the ADC. He has not formally declared for the ADC. Now, if he chooses the Labour Party, it's a troubled party, as it were. If it goes to the ADC, there is competition there. There is Rotimi Amechi within the loop. There is former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. But I think the important point is that Mr. Peter Obi has established himself as a major voice, and he has emerged with a strong constituency as part of this politics of making Nigeria a better country in the future. Now, the real form of his manifestation this time around, we will see in due course when, he emerges, as he has said. Now, the other issue was about...
Yes, a Wike.
Yes, a Wike.
Dr. Bati,
well, I don't know whether I want to...
You're a very good friend and brother.
I don't want to bother myself commenting on Nyesom Wike. But I think we should take special notice of the statement that has been issued by Comrade Ini, Mobong of the PDP, saying that, look, what Nyesom Wike has just done is to show that he's panicking about being the leader of the party, of the politics in Edo State, which is why he has engaged in this delusional, grandiloquent, extravagant, projection of himself, going from building to building, in Rivers State to say that he's the man in charge and that he's the leader of the politics. As for what he said about Governor Makinde of
Oyo State,
he was referring to him as a young man. To the best of my knowledge, they are age mates. Both of them are 58.
You were asking that question, right?
Both of them.
How old?
They are missing something.
Both of them.
Is it when he was
there's a missing link.
Both of them are 58 years old. So why is he carrying his shoulders? And
he said he was chasing contracts.
And talking to his...
he was chasing power.
Yes, well, he was chasing power.
Talking to his age.
Now, occupation. But he's been in government for so many years.
However, I think that Governor Makinde and his spokespersons, they have the capacity to respond.
I think enough.
The third thing is that Wike has gone from Abuja to Port Harcourt. Only God knows where he's going to have a media chat next. I hope
maybe
Ogun
State.
I hope he's the one paying for it, and not that his government.
Yes, you said that earlier.
Money. So
yes.
These are the issues. I really don't want to comment on them.
You've done very well. He doesn't want to comment. But he has a full.
For a media chat. I think he should come to Lagos on this. In this.
Rufai, would you like a media? Would you like a chat with Rufai?
To come to this.
Rufai and Dr. Bati. They are extending an invitation.
Okay.
Dr. Bati.
Let him come here.
Waiting for your invitation.
Come for a media chat.
He will sweat, even with the AC. In this studio, we will make him sweat.
You know my middle name?
Let him come here.
Aroguyo.
Okay, Oji is inviting you.
Okay, all right, we have extended an invitation to the Minister of the Federal Capital
This AC
Territory.
will not be enough.
Some week, I'm already sweating. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like. Well, now under milestones. Today we remember Nigerian broadcasting legend and UNESCO diplomat Yemi Lijadu, who passed away on November 15th at the age of 96 in France, an individual who dedicated his life to Nigeria's cultural development and international diplomacy for over 6 decades. Yemi Lijadu was born on November 6, 1929 in Lagos and began his career at the Nigerian Broadcasting Corporation in the Gramophone Library before helping establish the drama department. There, he co-created the landmark Pidgin radio series, Safe Journey, featuring the unforgettable characters Alao and Shaky Shaky, which became a cultural phenomenon across Nigeria. He was also part of Nobel laureate Wole Soyinka's historic 1960 masked theatrical movement. In 1964, Lijadu joined UNESCO in Paris, beginning a distinguished 25-year international career during which he served as Director for Africa and Chef the cabinet to UNESCO's Director General. After retiring in 1989, he continued serving Nigeria as advisor to the permanent delegation to UNESCO for another 18 years until 2007. Yemi Lijadu was known for his warmth, love of music, cooking, and hosting, and remained devoted to his family and community throughout his life. He's survived by his wife, Elizabeth Diallo Lijadu, his brother, Ladipo, 3 children and 6 grandchildren. From all of us at Arise News, we extend our deepest condolences to the Lijadu family. May his soul rest in peace. We'll take our good news report now from the Vatican, where a video of an Igbo couple has made waves online, showing the couple presenting their baby to Pope Leo XIV. The couple is said to have struggled to have a child after 11 years of marriage, and when they were finally blessed with one, the baby received a once-in-a-lifetime experience with the Pope during service at St. Peter's Basilica on Christmas Eve. Let's take a look.
With the entrance procession, representatives of various nations and bringing the gifts, presenting the gifts.
And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing.
Congratulations. Wow. Oh, this is such a so beautiful, so heartwarming. You know, I have to relate to you.
After 11 years
of marriage. It was also beautiful to see them in their regalia and the Ishagu, red representing Ishagu. Yes, that's what I said. Ishagu. Finally. I loved it. A quick second.
You left out the part where Igbo language was spoken at the Vatican.
Because we didn't have time. Thank you for it.
As a language that God understands.
Yes, absolutely. My producer Igbo saying Odigo and easy.
For anyone who's had to wait, you understand the journey and you know how significant this moment must have been. And I think it was a double blessing for them to now have that opportunity to meet someone whom the Catholic faith they revere so much as, you know, as a spiritual authority in terms of Poplio. And so it's beautiful to see that. Congratulations to the family.
Odira easy.
And they speak Igbo in the Vatican.
All right, they do speak Igbo in the Vatican. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Congratulations.
Out of their
implications. Congratulations to the beautiful couple. And welcome to the bouncing, beautiful baby. Well, let's take our final story now under entertainment. With Grammy Award-winning Afrobeat star Wizkid delivering a stunning performance at the iconic Tafawa Balewa Square in Lagos for his highly anticipated show titled Greatest of All Time, Goat Experience Concert on Sunday evening. Organizers said the sold-out show was an ode to the star's evolution over the last decade. Wizkid performed some of his biggest hits, including a special rendition of Malo with Tiwa Savage. Let's take a look.
Let's do this. Yep.
Yeah, Bonnie and Clyde. That's how I feel when I'm rolling with you. Number one, the African bad girl. And the star boy, you know how we do. Well, baby, you scatter my heart, you. And you load my account, you. See, I no go come out, you.
My love, duh. You give me love I never see, yo. My love, duh. Your love means so much to me, yo. My love, duh. You give me love I never see, yo. My love, duh. Your love means so much to me, yo.
Robos keske. If no be you, then tell me who. Them go sempe. Nobody messing with my boo.
Give me love and never see, yo. Malo. Joe. Congratulations, Robos keske. If no be you, then tell me who.
Then go sempe. This one they call Wizkid.
Yes.
It's no longer a kid.
He's a legend.
He should now be Wiz Baba.
Well, congratulations. Fantastic. Congratulations to Wizkid on this performance. We celebrate him for his role in making Afrobeats one of the world's most loved genres of this generation. Congratulations. On that note, I'd love to thank you all for your great analysis, as always, on What's Trending. Well, that's all I have for you guys on What's Trending today. I'll see you all tomorrow.
Your love means so much to me, yo.
Robos keske. If no be you, then tell me who. Them go sempe. Nobody messing with my boo.